This is the Brickman tour. We have here the Brickmen. The original Brickmen were, the first one was built in the back by Rick Spalek, who has worked in the co-op for about 150 years.
Let's take a look at what you have here.
We have many Brickmen.
How many brickmen do you have?
18 across the front, another 20 or 2 on the
Are they multiplying?
side. Slowly. I made most of them years ago. I just collected bricks everywhere I went. They're in process. In other words, I haven't done anything with them yet.
What is the process? More in process over
That's
here.
Trade secret. You know?
Okay.
We can't tell things like that. No, I don't actually have a place for them right at the moment. I have plans to build a giant one, which would take to make one twice as tall. As you can see, they are roughly 3 feet tall. If you wanted a 6-foot tall one, you need 8 times as many. So it's approximately 500 bricks I'll need to make a giant one. So the way it works is you take 7 of them, line them up, so you have your 7 bricks, and you just take out the middle 3. This gives you the spacing. And the next layer just goes the other way, and so forth. And about the 6th level up is where the legs meet, so to speak, and then go up from there. I'm not going to do the whole thing right now. And down the side here.
Now this is your border wall. Is it effective against, people trying to come in from the other side of the fence?
No, it's what they're very effective at doing is stimulating like 12-year-old boys into knocking them over. They love to knock them over. Every couple of years I'll come out and 1 or 2 or 3 will be knocked over. That's why they're not cemented together, because if they fell over and it was in one piece, it could kill somebody. This way it just hurts a little bit. I get a constant stream of people stopping, wanting to look at them and take photographs and ask me questions, etc. If you remember way long ago, Captain Noah on TV?
Yes.
He and his wife used to drive by in a Cadillac, and they would stop and get out and take pictures and chit-chat for a while, but they loved them. The other thing I can tell you is that there actually are brickmen all over the world. There are brickmen in Namibia. There are brickmen in Mexico. So,
And there's a brickman trying to get in the back door?
No, we don't let him in. Yeah, that's all sealed up on the inside, so they can't get in. About 25 years ago, Rick Spalek, who has always worked at the co-op, lived here, rented a room in my house. And he built a brickman out of the bricks, which were all in a big pile here because there was a brick-based building or addition that was right here. You can see up on the wall where the roof line used to be.
Yes.
And this doorway, which is all cinder block now, was an actual door that went in right into the bathroom. So there was a bathroom and then a door coming out here, and it was more like a plant room. It was, I think it had like 6 sides or something. And that was actually falling off the house, which is why I had a pile of bricks there. It literally fell off the house. I mean, just sort of collapsed. He was really interested in architecture. He was like a frustrated architect. And he built one of them as a thing to see if he could make everything balance, right? So it was about balance. So if you make a brickman, it should stand by itself. I've never had one fall over by itself. They're always pushed over by 12-year-old boys.
Does this have a historic marker here?
No historic marker, but he built it right here. And it was fine because it was winter time and I didn't think about it. He said, is it okay if I leave it there? I said, sure. But then in spring, I had to get my ladders out of the basement. And that was that. And I said, Rick, do you mind if I move your brickman to the front? And that's when the whole thing got out of hand, shall we say.
How did it get out of hand?
Well, I just wanted to make more and more. I moved it out there, and I had enough for maybe 4 or 5 more brickmen that I built out there, and I thought, oh, this would look a lot better if it went all the way across the front wall. So I just started collecting bricks. At the time, I was a student at Temple University, and I had to drive down through North Philly, through all the burnt out and empty lots, which many of them had bricks all over the place. So you could just walk in, pick up the bricks, and put them in my car. So it took me many years to collect all those bricks.
How many do you think you have?
It's approximately 60 per brick man, and I think there are probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 50, so probably 3,000, something like that, 3,000 bricks. It's a wood brick man. Would you be a brick man? My wood man? Brick? I just had the idea one time, I ought to make one of these out of wood. So I cut a long piece of wood into all equal brick-sized pieces. You can see they're sort of brick-shaped, but out of wood.
And how does the public receiving this?
Public has not really had much of a chance to respond to this wood brick man.
How do we know it's not a brick woman?
There is no genitalia, as you can see. I will say that I've had a number of Christian people say, "Oh, look, it's a cross in the middle." So they take it to heart, so to speak, that they see it as a Christian thing, although there's no design in that regard. 2007, I was traveling in Namibia with my mom and my brother. We were staying at a little place, and they had a pile of bricks there, so I made a brickman for them, and they loved it. So hopefully it's still there. I don't know, a little hotel in the middle of Namibia. Who knows?
Did you introduce brickmen to Namibia?
I'm sure none existed prior to my visit. And I also made one in Mexico, where we have a little piece of land in Mexico, and I made one for one of the neighbors there. And I actually built a very big one out of adobe bricks there, but it didn't last very long. First time it rained, that was it.